Anyways, Maria Matias Nasari Baseball. I'm currently sending an FBI tip form to the FBI about how Maria Matias bullied me through Facebook in 2020. Anyways, I just messaged my kids. He's so cute. We got mentioned this first bait of everything. But I'll send more than one. And this is just random. What else? What else? What else? Pandemic. What else? Oh, there's COVID. It's a dirty one. What else? COVID, pandemic. I hate this. I have to jump over the pictures. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money today. It's March 26th. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money, everyone that steals my money today, everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate David of this month. Your possibly goes online saying to people that one day I'm going to be a happy family getting raped by everyone that wants to rape me, and people who still doesn't understand what orgies are. Yeah. I like that blurry picture. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, COVID pandemic. Forget what we did in those 3 years, or what that year alone, 2018, was impressive. And that apartment at Legends like huh? What else? 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 Oh, they had their individual rooms all down too, so they were attending school from their rooms. Well, they were with their dad. But not in my apartment, and my friends in there too. And my Matthias is telling me that no one cares about my problems. You can decapitate my dear Matthias. What else? 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 I just submitting an FBI tip form reporting Maria Diaz disrespect towards me. She's unleashed in a home. I can't see la basura. Que me robó mi dinero. Se le va a mi casa sin mi permiso. Me robó mi vehículo. These niches, you can decapitate me on mis horas and assassins. They took me hostage in my own mother's bedroom, trying to have sex with me. So he went on to steal my money to date him. He used it for other people, possibly, most likely. But he pays people to pretend to be me still. Yeah. And then he went on to steal my money. He went on to steal my money. So I get raped. And so I can't date. El tipo es un puerco, la tipa es una puerca. Ew, ew, ew. Their death penalty worth it, so they showed up to Facebook. Yeah. Oh, in my previous video, I, I may have ended it abruptly because the internet wasn't very much strong. Pero ellos lo que hicieron fue, ellos estaban hablando con mi tota, my sibling says possibly. They got one of them to get close. Dígale de eso a Michael Norman and Jorge Avilés. And they're playing with these leeches with the picture of my tota behind the scenes. So that's why they don't even know what to say and they don't want me to get close either because someone will tell me get behind the scenes. They go on playing with the picture of my tota. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Yeah. Anyways, music rosters. So, what else? What else? It's kind of understanding what's going on. What else? What else? Someone sending this FBI to form. Small reporting form. What else? En ese video de Lorenzo killed Logan son through the previous one. What else? Anything telling the response? The yes or no justice. Interpol, the FBI. What else? What else? What else? What else? It's a pretty day. And it's been raining for a while. And I look on the pretty day. But it's a pretty day. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, we're gonna trust this question, refreshing, looking. Need to get to the motivation. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, he killed it. So he wants to make me believe. This audition or that person exists. I can't remember. They're so ignorant, so mature, so less than, but it's the way that they treat themselves. So gross. Ew, ew, ew. So what they do is play mind games with people until they're like the last one standing, because then that's when they love themselves. So disgusting. So disgusting. Ew, I'm appalled it's still in 2025. These leeches seem to be that way because I have no money. I have no daughters and I'm in the United States. What else? What else? Yes. You can get that. So my money source Lord killed my mother, and since well now we recommend that our learn English. What drugs? Ew. People say there's gente que huelen pega, y there's gente que huele pega. Y cuando luego de abrir el envase de pega, se le va el olor a pega con más pega. Y eso de Carolina Chávez parece una huele pega. Porque people say, where are the drugs of these people? What else? What else? What else? What else? So for real, they have people call them huele pegas. Esa huele pega, that's what people call them. The señora Miguel Lorenzo. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. Dan un asco. Dan un asco. You can decapitate them with what else? What else? I want to buy this in your room. What else? What else? What else? I need to call Jaden in here. Call them later. I over to Central Work. Do it there. Our apartment is cleaner. No phone number. The bitches steal from me, trying to rape me still, or trying to steal my artwork. They're so gross. It was a broken and chiquito. That's not an indication of when he and I met. Fool. That's not a man ever. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate me how many side of sentences that rape me. And then steal my money and get away with your money. So Lord, oh, there's that window. It's very cloudy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate soda, Sota Rosa. That's next on the activated phone. Sending my girlfriend campaign to police 31 people. And who's on my right? I'm down in my people accounts. And there were no men around me while I was doing that, so nobody was dying. Okay, the only she wanted me helping my top. Very married people. What else? No, so there was no one around me got it. So they stole my money. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? And then that's something like that. What else? 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 Mhm. I heard you. Mhm. What else? What else? What else? What else? This is so slow. No, my phone's not. My phone is not 4G. It's very slow. Data plan. I don't know how my phone right now is very slow. I love unlimited data plan. And I don't think I'm used to it. For real, my babies. We're gonna see high speed internet and high data on my phone. So lovely. So lovely and love that man. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm trying to turn on the Wi-Fi. Jag kan det kanske typ ha min sorry for sons that rate me to steal my money and get annoyed when you're stealing money. What else? What else? What else? What else? Jag kan det kanske typ ha min sorry for sons that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. So that my electricity gets shut off y la gente no puede decir, no, Lorenza vive con ella. Yo no, yo no juego lo que ellos juegan, yo no soy una inepta. They steal my money trying to turn me into una inepta. Just to brag that they raped someone porque they've been raping for more than 30 years. El tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. That steals my money so I can't date. And took me hostage in my own home decades ago. Ew, son unos puercos, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate. Luis Lorenzo tried to rape me when I was 14. A mí no me importa lo que la gente piensa de mí. Yo no vivo mi vida pendiente de lo que la gente dice de mí. I have two beautiful children that I miss. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I didn't give up Jada. I didn't give up Kimon. I should have my own home already that was possibly built decades ago for me to live in with Jaden Kilani in Puerto Rico. I think it is, or a home for myself, Jaden and Kilani, and the ability to travel to see Jaden and Kilani while Jaden and Kilani are with Edgar. What else? What else? What else? What else? Those leeches that I grew up around are lazy and time wasters. Es una plaga, una asquerosidad. Ellos. Lo que hacen es robar, matar, violar gente. They're so disgusting. They thought that I wasn't gonna highlight them with what they steal from me. I don't need them, I'm not the FBI. Qué gente tan puerca. Ew, ew. What else? What else? What else? Sounds another FBI tip phone. What else? What's a financially stable financial travel plan? is the coconut. Acetone, right. What else? What else? What else? What else? Corn, Central America. Was I could say else? What 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 else? Just anyways, that you wanna learn that how them camera alive can get to look at because so they're looking and people steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. So now, Pablito, tan seco, tecato, más bellaco, asqueroso no puede ser. Va a vivir feliz de la vida. Con este pene falso de Joana se puede. Porque they trade services based on how they steal money from one and the pain that they cause onto it. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Joanna Vargas. You can decapitate. Déjame saber si los están pisando tecato, no quiero decir la basura, no, nearly ever. Alexa Corey. So send it one more form to the mail. I've had at least 4 interviews by interviewing and I've yet to try one. Porque el bicho está tan fuerte que solo lo único. Si mi permiso, ¿cómo me lo ponen? I'm wondering what obligation do I have sex with that? Yeah. The middle of the day from infested my home with leeches. So, I couldn't visit my own home and get my property there before I could keep the home. Like I said to my parents, even if he's not homeless, I never remember if I go to the home and get like half of the home. Pero él lo llena con esta basura. So no quiero decir nada de gente. Se mete en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, se pone mis panties nuevas, las ensucia en mi casa. Supuestamente as an act of terrorism so I can enter my own home and get my money. You can decapitate enemies of citizens that make me to steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate it for religion, you can decapitate innocent. You can decapitate a selfish person. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm financially stable, and I have the electricity on my apartment. My apartment is currently shut off. I can reference to Facebook. And yeah, my YouTube. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Once I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideologically connected. I've never had sex with a woman. It's interesting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can look up a Horror movie list that raped me in 2017. You can look up a People Mormon that raped me in 2016. What else? What else? What else? What else? This is awesome. I'm gonna refresh my local video. You can listen to the videos sometimes. Take a listen. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. I'm just going here, chapter some here. That's fine. Threes are my perfect polyamorous. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I will find this book. Let's get through this earlier. So fun. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So my room because it's regular light. You can decapitate knowledge. It's the Andrews and my parents and Alex home. They've stolen my vehicles, my homes, my money. Excuse me, I don't know where they're seeing money. So I get hurt, so I can't have sex. I start the morning with sex with myself. Anyways, these leeches are so dumb. They're disgusting. Sí, o sea, no tenga cualquiera de los Addicts, no más quiero ciudad full, full, full.